Welcome back to episode 407 of the Bad Taste Video Podcast. I'm Mike. I'm here with my man Grizz and our favorite guest host besides Mr. E.K. Wimmer from the Laser Graves Podcast, Jerry Meehan Jr. joins us for Cinco de Mayo. Damn, man, you're back. You were just here last month. We discussed some of the movies of the 90s that people may be familiar with. A lot of contention in that one on the Instagram post. People fucking mad about Wes Craven's New Nightmare. But dude, you're back. We're going to talk about 1980, 81, 82, and 83. And of course, it's an abbreviated list. We can't talk about everything, so we have a few chosen. But Jerry, what has been up since last month? What have you been up to?
Well, first of all, happy Cinco de Mayo to all you hombres out there.
Oh, yeah.
Hope everyone got to eat a couple of sloppy tacos. You know what I'm talking about?
Damn.
You know, nothing really. It's been a month. I've been looking forward to this because there's just so much. You sent me that list yesterday, and I was like, oh, my God. We were just chatting before we got on here, but I was thinking that the later half of the 80s had way more than this. But you guys think that this is, like, packed.
Well,
I think
remember,
this is packed, too, but yeah.
Jerry, this list was semi-curated with you in mind.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We omitted a lot of stuff that Grizz and I may have covered on the show or things that we talk about. Some of the foreign movies, some of the South American movies, and then some of the lower budget American things. We didn't include that here because we wanted Jerry to have a shot at actually having an opinion on most of the movies. I feel like I said this to Grizz, if you watched late night TV in the fucking 90s, or maybe I said this to Jerry before, if you watched late night TV in the 90s, you will know most of these movies. Right. These were films that were always on, like Monster Vision, USA Up All Night, all that sort of shit. Turner Classic Movies always played stuff that was fucking, some of this stuff is classic horror, I guess you could say. It's just...
It is classic horror. I mean, this is the bread and butter of 1980 to 1983. That's the span of time that we're covering here. And I mean, this really is, I think, some of the who's who of horror. Not even just of like that time frame, but like in the grand scheme of horror. These are heavy hitters, man.
What made you guys stop at 83 and not to 85? Just the volume,
dude. Yes. If we first of all. I could have filled this list with just 80 and 81. Like, if it's just me and Grizz doing this list, we could do 80 and 81 and talk about the fucking stupid ass shit that came out. But we figured
I'm a chud, man. Well, I'm a chud.
That'll be on a later episode. We'll have chud. But I figured when you want to actually have a chance to talk about multiple movies and not just a handful or whatever. So I figured we'll break it up because 84, 85, 86, like the mid 80s, there's a lot of shit that goes on at that point. A lot of franchises start, a lot of new entries in franchises, things that maybe they weren't quite franchises, but there was one or two of them out there. And then like the late 80s, 87, 88, 89, I feel like there's a big difference. The violence starts ramping down when it comes to bigger budget movies. And like the lower budget shit starts getting a lot weirder, starts getting a little bit more accessible to the underground, right? To shoot on certain film and stuff because you also have the introduction of VHS and recording direct to VHS and beta and all that stuff. So I figured that like this would be the best way to at least break it up, to give us a shot, to give a sample of, everything. And we could also, yet again, do this whole thing over again with a whole new batch of movies because there was just so much shit being pumped out at that time. Right. This really is like a classic time in horror. Like people say like, oh, like the 60s were a classic time for muscle cars and all that shit. Yeah. Like the 80s was, when I think of horror movies, I think of the 80s.
Always 80s slashers, camp, fall, just,
like
Crazy
Halloween movies didn't even have to take place during Halloween, but there were always like 80s horror movies that I watched. Of course, you had the birth of classics, and we'll get into it, like Friday the 13th. We have sequels to classics like Halloween 2 and 3. All sorts of shit. Some original stuff that there was only one-offs of, like The Prowler, Madman, cannibal movies coming over to America at that time. Really fucking wild Italian movies, the Fulci shit coming over, the birth of shot on video, the giant monster movies, anthology films, fucking all sorts of stuff. Possibly some of the most popular horror movies of all time came out at this point. Right.
And really, this to me is like the pinnacle of the slashers. Like these years in particular, 80 to like 83, you could push it a little farther in the 80s, but this really is, I think, prime slasher time. You're getting the best of the best of that genre in this time frame. And it's such a small few fucking years. Like imagine like being like, you know, I'm born in 86, so I missed out obviously on all this and like being able to see these in theaters and stuff. But it's to be a horror head who's like a teenager at that time and just getting fucking fed nonstop these just groundbreaking fucking movies would just be an amazing experience to live through, I imagine.
Now, can I propose something for this, I guess, decade of films? As you could see, if you're watching or even listening, you wouldn't be seeing it, but you can hear us. We have the S tier, which is the top, the best, the classics, the bad taste Hall of Fame shit. Then the A, the B, the C, and the D. Now, I don't believe we should actually grade this as though you're in fucking school and a D is a terrible grade. I think we have to grade these against each other. You know what I mean? We have to decide, is it
which truly... is kind of what we did with the last ones by default.
Exactly, because there is no bad movies here. Right. There's not a single terrible movie that I have picked right now. This is all shit that is 100% somebody's favorite movie somewhere. Some of these are in my top films of all time. So
agreed.
We can't just have everything as S tier. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can't. But I think we could kind of grade it against them. Put them against each other and. When you're browsing Tubi or Shudder or whatever the fuck you're on.
Fucking Tubi.
Yeah. These are the ones that you're going to see. These are the ones that'll be recommended. And maybe this is the, these are the ones you watch first.
And right? Chad, if you have a strong opinion, let it be heard. We will definitely take that into consideration also when we're talking about these. Like, it's a general consensus of what we all believe is going to be where these should fall. Because like you just said, none of these are fucking bad, dude. And it's kind of going to be interesting to see where some of these things end up versus other things. Like, the other post that we made for the 90s one we did had, like you said, so much fucking heat for fucking Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Arguably the worst fucking Nightmare on Elm Street.
Let's be fucking real. Let's be fucking real.
People were pissed that we fucking did not like that movie for some reason.
Jeez.
But but grading that against everything else that we were looking at the time, it only made sense to put that in the D tier. And I'm going to be interesting to see where maybe some of these might end up in that area too. So this is going to be a fun fucking list to break down, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure some people will be disappointed. I'm sure some people will be pissed. Yeah. I'm sure some people will tell us you're
disappointed, dude.
We'll get more fucking comments saying this must be fucking rage bait, you fucking morons.
Our name is Bad Taste for a reason. So
please get the fuck out of here. These are the movies.
I don't know, man.
These are the movies we like.
That list that we did, I think that was done well. I don't see any problem with any of those.
Bunch of complainers, Jesus.
Yeah. Before we get into this,
all right,
I want to just bring up a little story.
Okay.
So a month ago we did this, and both of you guys were like talking about that little event that you were going to have. I don't know if you heard this.
Oh yeah, tell this.
So I was under the impression it was that weekend. I bought tickets because I wanted to surprise you guys. And I haven't seen Beard. I haven't seen you in like 5 fucking years, and we've been friends since we're like what, 2008. And so it's like, it's not that far. Let me just roll up and surprise you guys. My wife and I took a trip.
Oh, man.
We start getting into the town of where that event was, and I text Beard. And I'm like, hey, man, how's that thing going? And he's like, yo, what's up, dude? I'm installing a fan in my kitchen. And I look at my wife, and I'm like,
uh-oh.
It's like, what?
The fuck? Why isn't he here? And then I tried calling him and he didn't pick up because he was installing the fan. He texted me. I look at the email, and I was like, son of a bitch, it's next fucking weekend. And I was like, what do you want to do? And then we pulled into like a CVS, and
oh, man.
I was like, let's just go home. Let's just.
I was so bummed when he told me though, because it would have been so fucking fun.
I was up there. About 900 miles past an oil change, and
it was dangerous.
I was waiting to get my unemployment money, and I was like, I don't think I can make it back next weekend. I'm so sorry. Like, but man, I couldn't pull into the town, and my fucking engine seizes over there.
I would have called called the Jiffy Lube. I'm gonna pay the fucking the bill for this car. Tell me when you're ready for my credit card. It's like, is that your father? Yeah, it's like, hold on, my dad's gonna call with the credit card.
my dad's dead. There's no way I could pay for this. I don't have a job. Yeah, I felt so bad. I was so pumped, and then he told me, and I was like, son of a bitch.
We'll get you out for something, man. We'll all meet up and do something, because I don't think Grizz quite understands what it's like hanging out with the hog.
Well, I can't talk on here, man. I will you guys kicked off. I will get Mike in trouble.
I can only imagine.
That's why Jerry doesn't live stream anymore.
Yeah. But I was going to show up and didn't work out. But
it is what it is. Look at that. You tried.
It happens.
Dude, you still supported the event by buying the ticket, so that's cool.
Yeah.
If you would have just you could have just kept going another hour, I would have paid for your oil change and given you some gas money. But it is what it is. But where do you guys want to start? Where do you want to start here, guys? Jerry, why don't you pick something? What do you want to start with?
I'm gonna do. I feel like The Thing. Great. I want to kick this off with The Thing. Yeah, I really like The Thing. I feel like when I think of 80s horror, The Thing always pops into my head. I know I love slashers and shit, but that's just such a random horror movie that I really appreciate. That when I see it, I'm always, even now, because it's so fucking old, just the practical effects, how gross some of the shit is, and I'm always just so uncomfortable. And this the suspense of not knowing at the end, I think is still one of the best cliffhanger. Who do you think
it is? What do you think? What do you think the ending is, man? Is Kurt Russell the Thing, or no?
Honestly, I don't know. I always sat there and tried to think who it was, which one it was. I think it was neither of them. I feel like it. I don't know.
I don't think it was Kurt Russell.
No,
I don't think it was. But I don't think it was neither of them either. I'll tell you.
You don't think it was neither? I don't know, man. I don't know.
For me, I mean, the Thing is the best John Carpenter movie.
Even better than Vampires?
Yeah, tenfold. It really is, I think, his masterpiece. A lot of people will argue.
That's going up to the S tier. I mean, it's The Thing. Everybody.
Yeah, it's immortalized on me. I have a Thing tattoo. It's that important to me. Probably the best body horror movie of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, it is the epitome of what that genre can do.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't argue.
Come on.
I mean, there is good arguments to be made for other body horror movies that are.
We're gonna get into some other body horror films that are gonna come up.
It also, when I started dating my wife, we went to Target. It was like our first time, our first day that we were dating. We went to Target and I saw The Thing on Blu-ray, and that was the first movie we watched. And I was like, she enjoyed it. I was like, all right, yeah. I mean,
that works. So. Good for you.
It works. And now I'm eating sloppy tacos on a Tuesday. Baby, you know what's up, dude? WVAB.
Speaking of sloppy tacos, dude, the clip that we got from The Thing is one of my absolute fucking favorites, and it's a scene that doesn't get shown enough, I think, when people talk about this movie.
Oh yes.
I like how he's just like staring at him. It's like, dude, fucking move, bro. What are you doing?
The Venus flytrap head fucking bite.
Yeah, just getting picked. Imagine getting picked up by your neck like that. Like,
yeah, dude.
Your whole body supported. Yeah, just flipping around like a Muppet. Like when, you know, in the Muppets, somebody would get blown across the room. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I think let's continue on Grizz's tattoo fucking train here. The Shining, another movie that a lot of people consider one of the best horror films of all time.
Probably one of them, dude. It is iconic. It is masterfully done. It is hated by Stephen King, which I fucking love even more. There's zero, argument in me that this doesn't belong on anywhere but an S tier movie.
S tier, 100%, man.
I mean, I would say that this is maybe this is like I would say this is more of like an A tier film because I feel like, dude, when the fuck are you putting The Shining on a random Tuesday?
All the fucking time, dude.
Are you serious?
Legitimate. I'm not even fucking playing. Two movies that I think people would be surprised to know that I will watch on a drop of a fucking dime are The Shining and Silence of the Lambs.
I will watch. Say Spice Girls.
Spice World.
Spice World on a drop
Spice
of a
World
dime.
is a strong 3, but fucking Silence of the Lambs and The Shining are like my comfort movies, dude. I will watch them anytime.
I think it's S tier. I'm with Beard though. It's not something I'm just gonna toss on. When it's on Halloween, I'll definitely watch it. The impact that movie had on not just horror but like pop culture, it's like spoofed in so much shit.
Yeah,
like it just has its reach, man. Like so good.
All right,
we're gonna get some heat putting it in an A. You guys both say A, so
I think I'm with you in S. I'm with you on S, but I'm with Beard that I'm not gonna put it on.
I'm just gonna say because that's gonna cause some gonna cause some friction in the world for sure.
Damn, man. I mean, it's just one of those ones that, like, I know it's a classic, but it's just not a movie I'm gonna fucking put on like a random.
It's we've talked about it too. We did the episode, and it's never been your like thing. Like it's a good movie. You can understand that, but
as I get older, I enjoy it more. But it's like I said, it's not something I'm just going to fucking put on. There's a million. I will probably put on 3/4 of these other movies before I put that movie on.
Absolutely. I could totally get that.
It is what it is. What are you going to do?
Not watch it, apparently.
All right. I want to pick the next one here, dude.
Pick the next one.
What do you got?
Let's get into Motel Hell.
All right. Now, this is another one that I think is a classic, but honestly, dude, I'm putting Motel Hell in the B. I don't think a lot of people are really going to be popping this one on, especially now in 2026. I feel like it's a little outdated.
It had like a pop about 5 or 6 years ago, right? Where it kind of like gained a big like popularity. Everyone was kind of like into it, but then it kind of just fell off again. It could have been
because of the tape itself. People all of a sudden wanted the tape.
That box was dope.
It's pretty sick. It's like an MGM tape, right?
MGM tape,
but I would say it's a B movie. It's a good one. I'll watch it if it's on. I think this would be an awesome movie to see at the drive-in. This is a sick drive-in film. But I would say Motel Hell is going to be in the B tier.
I can't argue with you. Comparing it to everything else, it definitely is probably middle of the road.
Yeah. Another, I guess, here's a movie I think people will say is bad, but I've always enjoyed this one, and that's Jaws 3D.
I knew you were going to fucking say that. I knew it. As soon as you started it, I knew where we were going to, man.
I fucking love this movie. I've always loved Jaws 3D. I've never actually seen it in 3D, but I
don't think I have either.
But I will say this movie's fucking awesome. I love the concept. It's great.
Is this the one with like the SeaWorld place?
Yeah, where it gets in the park. It gets in like the fucking SeaWorld park.
It's not good, dude.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I will tell you, I will agree, it's a fun fucking movie. I would probably put Jaws 3D as a C movie I would rather watch Motel Hell than Jaws 3D.
I understand that, and I will agree with you. I will put it in the C.
Okay.
It's one of those movies. I think it's more of a guilty pleasure, maybe for me.
Yes.
I think it's just the idea of it is cool. I like the execution. Anybody who's ever had that like nightmare about like the shark in the pool or whatever, that's Jaws 3, bro. And then when they're all in that control room and they're watching the big tank and all of a sudden the fucking shark breaks through, like that's terrifying. Imagine being in that or one of those under fucking like those SeaWorld tunnels.
The SeaWorld
like,
concept is great, dude. Awesome. I absolutely love that. It does hold a special place for me because me and the dudes from fucking Methadone Abortion Clinic all watched that in Gravespitter's pool on a blow up fucking screen, floating around at night, and it was a pretty fucking fun. It's a good hang, dude. It's a fun watch with a group of people like that.
I agree, but I think one day you guys will come around. Maybe you haven't taken enough shots to the head in a sport or something yet. Maybe that's what it is.
Shots to the head you can give me, dude.
I would love to see.
Gaming, what's up, dude?
Dude, I would love to see Jaws 3D on my fucking on my big TV in 3D. I wonder if they make that. I wonder if that's like out there. I'm sure
it's got to be an updated 3D with like the new technologies. You got to use the red and fucking blue glasses.
Even though that's fucking sick. That's like a good. I love it. That's a sick gimmick from back in the day.
I watched Freddy's Dead for the first time. Was in theaters with those fucking glasses on.
Hey, it is what it is. Speaking of 3D movies, let's move over to the camp slasher franchise that started in the early 80s. Right. There will be a 3D entry that we'll get to. But first, Friday the 13th, Part 1. Jerry, is this your favorite franchise out of all the franchises or no?
Yeah, I think it's tied with Halloween now. But
it's the big two, man.
I've got a controversial take for the first one.
Well, me too.
Okay.
Me too, man.
I'm definitely gonna say that this is obviously like the one that started it all, but it's one that I never watch. I will if it's even on, I'm just skipping the channel. I've seen it enough. There's no Jason, and I get it. I understand.
C tier.
But like
C tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it that. Yeah,
I will 100% agree with you guys. I've been on record saying I'm not the biggest Friday the 13th guy, but I do have an absolute favorite in the series, and this is probably the least favorite.
Yeah, this is the bottom of my.
People are going to be pissed about us putting it in C tier, but
I'm not a fan of the OG, man.
Some of the practical effects in this, just like the kills,
the Kevin Bacon one,
it does not hold up.
Everybody makes that face.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get why people would be mad, but like, yeah, nah.
It is what it is. Now, part 2.
I got a Jason tattoo, and I'm saying that.
It is what it is.
But I don't got a fucking Pamela Voorhees tattoo. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, nobody gives a shit about Pamela Voorhees. That shit sucks.
IG is gonna be pissed when they fucking get a load of that.
All right. Part 2 now. Bad. I will say part 2 is, I would say B. I would say part 2 is a B. We're getting up. We're going up. Not final form Jason yet. I think part 2 is B. It's watchable. You got Jason. I like the characters better in part 2.
Big overall Jason, which is fun.
Yeah, you get the sackhead Jason in part 2. Remember when I did that as a fucking
Beard did that on Halloween.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that was a good costume. I would definitely say that part 2 is going to be in the the B tier. Now,
part 3.
Part 3, the 3D version. I have seen this in 3D in theaters. This was fucking awesome. Part 3, I think, is on par, if not better, than the final chapter. Part 4, to me, part 3 is S tier. I think this is like one of the, like when I think of 80s camp slasher movies and everything, Friday the 13th Part 3, I think is fucking near perfect.
100%.
I just wish it wasn't like, I wish it was more gory and everything. It is what it is, but it's probably, besides part 4, the best one out of all of them. So I would say that's S tier.
Yeah, Dylan's right too, man. Part 2 is a little underrated, but I think part 3 is definitely the best. And not only that, it puts the icon on the map.
Yep,
The
the mask.
This is what it's all about. The decision to do this in this movie, in my opinion, is what makes this the franchise that it is.
Dude,
man.
this scene right here.
This is it.
I was just gonna say, this is my favorite Jason kill.
Who are you? He shoots her with the fucking harpoon.
Dude, straight.
This is my favorite Jason
In
kill.
the face.
It's on the flat, and she just falls into the water, and then he just like cold walks off, like whatever. Right?
Yeah, the way he's so nonchalant about it, just walk and fucking turn.
That's how my grandpa used to walk like that. Beard nose. The grandpa would be walking around in the yard like that.
That is a very old man stagger walk.
Yeah, that one is like, I think.
Dude, that's the best one. That's the best one. The only thing that makes part 4 really good is the Corey Feldman aspect, and like the whole fucking the Rob Dyer thing.
That's my favorite one in the series. By
part
far,
4?
man.
Yeah.
No, part 3. I love the cast. Watching fucking, what's his name? Fucking Shelley. Is that his, not Shelley? Fucking, is that his name in this one? Yeah. I always get him confused with the dude from TCM because they're both fucking curly headed, fucking annoying fucks. But yeah, watching him get it is fucking great, man.
Yeah. And part 4, I feel like it's more 80s. It's the most 80s feeling Friday movie, but part 3 is definitely the best one. I think overall, from like top to bottom, it makes Jason like kind of fucking disgusting too. If you've watched it, you see like there's like a blackout sequence that the one girl has, and nobody quite knows what happened during that blackout sequence, right? Kind of fucked up, but it makes him like extra dangerous, right? It's something that does not reappear in any of the other films
does
either.
Not happen again.
Maybe you could kind of say it does in Jason Goes to Hell. They kind of bring back a little bit of that like forced, he's gonna.
I'm having PTSD of my uncle.
When he puked the demon slug down your throat, right?
Yeah. Held me on the pool table. And puking a demon sausage. Puking an Italian demon sausage down my throat. Hold still. And then he melted on the floor.
Oh, shit.
But he was actually on Percocet.
R.I.P. Another sequel that came out in the 80s that I prefer more than the original, Halloween fucking 2, man.
2, baby.
I think Halloween 2 is the pinnacle of, I keep saying that, but this is like the perfected version of Michael Myers. This is the one where he's actually scary, where he actually looks intimidating, and he really does not. Yeah, he does not give a fuck. Halloween, dude. This thing where like she goes and she finds the doctor already fucking dead and all that, and he
just
sticks
the
it with
barely
the needle.
visible fucking mask, dude.
Yeah.
That's what's amazing about that.
Puts the needle in her temple.
Crazy.
And he's got one like in his eye. Oh shit! I didn't need to see that today.
That's okay.
I think Halloween 2 though. I'm gonna say A tier.
S.
I'm gonna say. Are you gonna say S?
Really? I'm gonna say S tier, dude. This is the best Halloween. In the entire series.
100%.
If you're gonna watch one that has Michael Myers in it, then this is the fucking one you should be watching, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. We'll put it on S. I only say A because I know people prefer the classic, the OG. I'm more of a part 2.
The first one's so goddamn boring.
Thank you. I totally fucking agree with that.
Boring.
Mike and Piscini hit me to how good this one is. Yeah, see, part 2 is fucking sick. OG listener, if you're going back that far, damn. If you don't know, the Hog is part of the Piscini verse. He's connected like the MCU.
Well, that's how I met you, Mike, with Piscini when he was in a band.
Yeah, a long time ago.
We used to sit at Piscini's and watch Monsters HD.
Yeah, we watched most of these movies at his house.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably most of these movies.
Now, controversial movie in the series, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I really like this one. Not quite as much as part 2, but I will watch this anytime it's on. I think when it comes to actually watching movies on Halloween, I prefer this one.
Great one. Great one to watch.
Really?
The soundtrack, the score gives it such that fall Halloween feeling. The whole thing with the masks and, you know, it being such a like really fucked up plot where they're going to kill all these fucking, you know, it's fucked up.
This is a great one, dude. I agree.
But I will say this is an A tier because it's not quite Halloween 2. Me personally, I would put the first Halloween in the A tier also. Because it's not quite the perfect form of Michael Myers yet, but it's still an entertaining movie. But I think part 3 would be A. I don't think it's S. Just because, you know, we're going to watch part 2 over part 3. So how could you put them, you know, we can't put them both there.
Yeah. And it's like its own thing. It really is its own thing. It's just got the name. But you know, I think the plot is so fucking ridiculous. Some like leprechaun wizard. And
it's over
got,
the
like
top.
A Stonehenge fucking rock. It's so unbelievable that this dude with this mustache is just running around and like, you know.
I knew that Jerry and I were going to be friends when he said he liked the Thorn cult shit and like the Dr. Wynn stuff. I was like, me and this guy, we're going to get along. We're going to really, we're going to click.
It's just ridiculous.
It made it not, I'm not going to say believable, but at least there was a reason for all this shit. It wasn't just like, I like the whole thing of like the kid snapping and like it could be your neighbor and stuff. But I like the whole thing where like there maybe was like an underlying push for everything.
I said this when we talked about that like a year or so ago. It's just when that came out, there was no Columbine, man. There was nothing that we like lived through so much being desensitized that watching that first movie is like, get the fuck out of here. Dude.
Yeah,
call
come
the
on,
cops.
dude.
Like,
What are you doing?
Unload on him, you know?
Yeah. Like you're sitting there like 10 years old, like, man, I'd Kevin McAllister that motherfucker. Like,
but then a couple movies later when he's getting shot with like a fucking 12 gauge and he sits up like Undertaker, then you're like, oh fuck, this ain't just some dude next door. That
try that shit in fucking New York, bro. It ain't this ain't Haddonfield, dog.
No, this is a guy on crack from Wine Dance.
It's like, dude, I'm gonna put the guy that I used to kind of inch away from on the subway platform. I would rather be with fucking you than that guy. So
exactly.
Another part 2 that I know some people prefer over the original, funny enough, that came out way later, Psycho 2. This is one that I know people are kind of a fan of. Me, I think this is more watchable than the original.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not a huge Hitchcock guy because
I love the original, dude.
I'm not a huge cock guy either. I don't know.
We know that shit. It's okay. We call you hog in like an ironic way. But I'm a huge. I love the original. I don't like all of Hitchcock's stuff. Some of it's kind of fucking drab, but like I think the original Psycho is iconic as fuck. It's a good. The story and how it's played out, I think, is really well done. And I don't think Psycho 2 adds anything to it that does anything extra for me. I do understand its place and like the horror history and like, you know, when it came out, it was a big deal. I would probably say B.
Now, I'm going to say, if we're putting this against all the other films, to me, this would be the movie that I would not watch. I would watch this last.
I would probably put it in D if I'm being honest.
This is going into D.
I'm with you on that one.
I was trying to be fair because I thought you guys liked it a little bit.
I do like the movie. I do like the movie.
Watch this ever, to be honest with you.
Man, compared to all this other shit, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it.
Dude, even the Vince Vaughn version, I
would rather watch the Vince Vaughn version, who I hate, over fucking watching Psycho 2.
Jerry, did you know that Grizz hates Vince Vaughn?
I saw him. I saw him a couple months ago. I walked by him.
You're seeing fucking everybody, dude. Jesus.
Henry Winkler, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Fucking everyone.
All the cool guys, dude.
Let's see. Do we got any other sequels that we could go over here? No, I think that's it. Let's go back to the summer camp slasher idea because we have a movie on here that the Hog has not seen, And we basically gave him some homework because we think this will be one of his favorite horror movies
I can't
ever.
even believe he hasn't seen it. I mean,
I've never seen it. Shocked.
It's pretty like mainstream too. It's not like it was, some kind of like weirdo movie that we would watch.
This was in theaters. It was shot near where Grizz lives, right up in that area,
in like North Tonawanda area of New York, but that's like right by Buffalo here.
But the Burning, I'm gonna definitely say The Burning is an S tier film.
S tier without there's not even a fucking debate.
No fucking doubt about it. But when you watch the unedited version of this, it's fucking insane, right? Like compared to a lot of the other films of the time. These people get fucked up the whole time. The whole thing with the
full
fingers.
Slaughter of a raft like this in one fucking scene is just epic.
That when he cuts the fingers off.
Choppy pee-pee.
This dude gets it like, oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, dude, that next shot's great. I love that, dude. The way he's fucking.
I like when
that's a brutal fucking movie, dude.
Dude, when Glazer, whatever the fuck his name, gets the fucking like killed against the fucking tree. It's like picked up and stabbed against the thing, and the Cropsey killer is sick looking, right? Cool fucking
Alexander,
design.
fucking Seinfeld running around in here.
Yeah, so. Even though this is years before Seinfeld, he looks exactly the same.
Identical, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Pretty Woman. He's the same.
So Jerry, you have to go watch this. All right,
I'm gonna watch this. It looks great.
That's such a good one.
Now on to another summer camp slasher that you have seen, Sleepaway Camp.
Oh yeah, man.
Jerry,
I'm good. S tier. I don't care what anybody on here says. This
I
is
agree.
One of the craziest horror movies.
What a twist! I mean, this one for the first time. I think anytime anybody sees this movie for the first time, they are just like, "What the fuck just happened at the end of this movie?"
So what happened? So my story is when I turned 13, my uncle took me to Sam Goody. I was like, "You're a man now. I'm going to buy you a Playboy DVD. Pick whatever you want out from the porno section." And I'm like, "All right, cool." I see CKY 2K with Bam with the plunger on his dad's face.
The purple one, right?
And I go, "Yeah, I want this." And he goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And so I get that. I go home, I sit and I watch it in my room, and I'm changed. I'm fucking changed. Showing everybody I know. At that point, I was already watching Jackass. I was already like a Bam fan. I was one of those idiot teenagers that had everything Bam. And I like CKY. And then I find out what CKY was, and not knowing that it was connected, I rented Sleepaway Camp from the small video store in town. And I mean, dude, my world was changed. And then when I found that out, and then the singer of CKY married Felicia Rose, whatever her name is, dude, insane. Yeah. I love this movie. This is, I think, honestly, to me, one of the best, 80s horror movies. I don't know. I will go to bat on this fucking one. I love this thing. This face, this ending, the lines from it. Yeah, Angela, why are you so fucked up? It's so very Italian.
I didn't even have to edit this. Fucking the hog's head.
My head. Perfect. Covering the hog.
This movie's so insane.
Eat shit and die, Ricky. Eat shit and live, Bill.
And that guy died today.
Yeah, Ricky passed away.
How ironic. Yeah,
R.I.P.
Weird.
We'll put it in S tier just for him too. Just,
the whole series is S tier.
The whole
series
fucking love it.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy all of them too.
And a little Easter egg is one of the cooks in the kitchen is James Earl Jones's dad.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, the old black dude.
The old black dude is James Earl.
I thought it was the fucking fat white guy you guys were talking about. That's
no. It gets the pot of boiling water.
Yeah, that the pedophile.
He's on Trump's
list. Jesus Christ. Another camp slasher that I'm a huge fan of. Is it quite up there with The Burning and Sleepaway Camp? No, but I will say this is an A-tier movie, and that, I think, is Madman. I think this is up there with a classic 80s horror. Takes place in the woods, has a cool story, has a cool atmosphere, very fall-like. Madman Mars is a cool fucking character, too. That's a good idea.
I don't know if it is.
I like it. Yeah, he's like a fucking human Sasquatch, like hybrid.
Yeah, I think you're being generous with A, but I'll allow it. I think, for comparing it to some other stuff here, it's definitely nowhere near as good as like, a Sleepaway Camp or The Burning or, Friday the 13th. But
you know what? Actually, I'm going to put this in B because
I think that's more appropriate.
I think it's more appropriate.
Ourselves here.
I agree. Now let's continue with the whole slasher thing, and that is let's go to Maniac.
Oh, dude.
S tier film. I think this is as all three of us born in New York. I feel like this is like a must watch and a must like.
Rite of passage for New Yorkers to fucking love Maniac.
Just the pinnacle of greasy 80s slashers. Making you think of, twice about going to the bathroom at night in a, public place or whatever, looking over your shoulder as you're walking down that hallway or alley.
Just a Savini masterpiece too, and gore, like really fucking does some amazing things. The shotgun scene is so fucking iconic in this movie. Maniac is probably, I would, if I could give this a higher fucking grade, dude, I would 100% do so. Like,
I agree.
It is so fucking good.
Another Savini movie that we can talk about, The Prowler. Now, I would say The Prowler is going to be an A tier film. I would put it above Madman, Friday the 13th Part 2, but I wouldn't quite put it with The Burning and all that, just because I feel like sometimes it gets a little long when you're watching it. I love it. Don't get me wrong.
It can be a slow burn, man.
The ending makes it worth it, but I think The Prowler is going to to be an A tier.
And you gotta watch the unrated because like the heavily fucking cut version is super boring.
Yeah, bueno. Let's talk about another film that has a super edited version that makes it suck. The Grim Reaper, Anthropophagus.
Dude.
Jerry, have you ever seen this one?
Yeah, because I know Jerry loves this one.
Have you ever seen this? I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we watched this
probably
together?
watched this. Yeah. This is another one that was neutered in American, the American market when it came to VHS. And I don't know about the theatrical release and the drive-ins and all that. I would assume so because it is the Grim Reaper cut. So, Grizz, where do you put the Anthropophagus version of this? A?
In my heart, it's an S tier, but if I'm going to be like real and put it up against some of these other things and like how likely am I to watch it over some of those things, I would probably say A tier.
I agree.
I mean, the baby fetus ripped out munching
insane.
scene is over the fucking top. It's one of the best Italian things ever fucking filmed.
Let's we got a bunch of Italian films on here. Let's continue with those. I don't know if the hog may not be familiar with these ones, but we'll see.
You guys love Italian horror.
I
feel like any nerd you meet that they're like, oh, I love horror movies, and it's always Italian. It's always the Italian ones.
Well, they did some crazy fucking shit. And let's start with some jungle films. Right. Cannibal Holocaust. Now, to me, this is an A tier film because it is not the best of the jungle horror films. It's good. The most
well
famous.
known. I'll say that.
Yes, the most well known. But
does not make it the best.
No, and pretty much kind of arguably somewhat the start of the found footage genre too, which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But I would say
100% correct.
A tier. Yeah. A tier for sure. Now Cannibal Ferox on the other hand.
Cooking, dude. Now we're cooking.
Cannibal Ferox is the S tier. Cannibal Ferox is probably, I would say, the pinnacle of cannibal, Italian jungle cannibal films, whatever the fuck best. That genre is. This is the one that, like, if you want to fucking make somebody say, what the hell? This is the one that you watch, right?
Here we go. A classic shot.
Relatives of yours, Hog?
Yes. This shit always creeps me the fuck out. Oh,
I like how the hog kind of like is like the censor bar here, especially when you drop an ass there like
in my
that.
head is just fucking cutting everything off.
Almost like he was chopping your head off of that scene there.
Yeah.
Continuing over to the Fulci trilogy, we managed to have all of these.
What a time period! 80 to fucking 83 to have all of this like at your disposal in such a short time span is fucking crazy, dude.
So now I will say, the Beyond, right? S tier.
Yeah, 100%.
I will say the Gates of Hell, S tier.
S tier, 100%.
But I will say House by the Cemetery, B tier, acquired taste.
Dude, I was just gonna say I won't even put it in A. It's gotta go fucking B. Like you literally
theme,
read my
the
mind.
theme is the best one out of all of them. But I know the hog isn't as familiar with these as us, so
I mean, to me,
he's Googling it right now.
City of the Living Dead is the best of the best, in my opinion, dude.
With one of the most fucked up intros of all the movies that you could possibly watch at this time.
My favorite fucking thing ever filmed, dude. This is amazing. With the music,
playing your fucking
oh my God,
your classical guitar.
My man just chilling.
Boom, 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 boom. Just hanging out.
This is how the movie
taking some time, taking a load off.
Like you're getting into it with a fucking movie that kicks off that way, man.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
What about Redneck Zombies? Is that you ever gonna watch?
We've covered that. Yeah. You a fan of that one, Jerry?
We found that in a dumpster behind the movie theater when they like went out of business, and we watched it. It was like the weirdest. Shit on a toadstool, and he's falling down the hill.
You remember when the Goodwill fucking closed or whatever, and they got rid of all the VHS tapes and they put them on the side of the building?
Yeah,
that's fucking morons. Grizz, let's do a classic that I know you absolutely love. I'm not even going to ask everybody. I'm just going to put it there, and that's The Evil Dead. They released a new trailer for the new one. Not as bad looking as that first look. Grizz is still not happy with the CGI, but I think we're going to be all right. I think it's going to be more enjoyable than the last one.
Doesn't look terrible.
You got, like, what are we talking about? Like, let's be fucking real here for a minute. You're about to see a clip from the original fucking Evil Dead. Why don't you play the clip first? We can see how awesome this shit is.
Dude, just like Taco Bell from the 90s, it ain't ever going to be the same. All right? It's different. Look at this shit. Nobody does this anymore.
Why
Nobody
does it lose this sensibility, though, dude? I don't understand why it has to be this bullshit fucking A24 wannabe art house fucking bullshit horror, dude. Yeah. Everything has to look this way. Everything has to be the same fucking tones, the same fucking colors, the same fucking camera angles. It's so fucking boring and repetitive, and you lose what Evil Dead was. This sensibility of being scary, but also a little bit fucking funny is completely fucking lost on this series.
Yeah. Well, that went out the window when they started with the reboot with fucking what's his name.
With that time period, like, that's the only thing. Like that reboot kind of fit me like the Texas Chainsaw reboot of the early 2000s did, where it's like it went darker and more evil without being cliche. Like it was fucking mean-spirited.
I wouldn't fucking completely throw it out yet. I would give it a shot first. I would at least watch it. I would at least see it, you know?
I'm with Grizz, though. Like the CGI where they're like kind of like crawling across
on
the
roof.
Oh my God, that looks really bad. That part looks bad. But when the girl's pulling the seat, like the top of the seat out of her face and her head, I was like, all right, that's kind of sick. I've never seen something like that before. But then they're crawling around. I'm like, this is fucking dumb. Like, what is this part? I'm still going to see it.
That's the first thing I said to him. She was like, what the fuck is that roof?
I knew it. I knew it.
Evil Dead's a classic. That's an ass, man.
Here's a question. Are you guys fans of Terror Train?
Is this the one with Copperfield?
Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Terror Train.
That's a D movie.
I know my mom used to ride that one.
And you know what? Yeah, I bet, dude.
My dad would people come over.
The thing that I am not a Jamie Lee Curtis guy.
Not at all.
I don't like her. I don't like her in her comedies. Like I don't like her in the fucking horror movies, dude. Like just never.
There's something about her that's just so off-putting.
100%
She just seems
agree.
like an asshole. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that vibe too, dude. 100%.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's
At least David Copperfield's in it. You know.
I thought that was actually pretty funny. Let's do the Stephen King related fucking movies that we have on this list right now. Let's start with Christine. I think Christine is one of his best, one of the best films that were based on his work. Compared to these other ones, I would say Christine is a B tier film.
It's his best automotive horror movie or film or book. Compared to Maximum Overdrive.
No, I love Maximum Overdrive.
I was going to say, let's be real here.
Yeah, I would put that over this all day. Yeah, this has some memorable
I haven't
lines,
seen this movie in a very long time. This is like Monsters HD.
I think it's middle of the road, though. Agreed. Yeah. I think B is appropriate.
I think Cujo. I never really watch Cujo because I feel bad about the dog. I don't care about the people. I just don't like the whole the dog getting sick and all that shit. I don't like it. D for making the dog sick.
Because there's something.
Yeah, everybody's a fucking dog person in this thing right now. What about Creep Show, dude? Creep Show, S tier film.
Okay. Yeah.
S tier's got to be S tier, dude. Creep Show, bro. Come on.
Creep Show 2 for me would be S tier. Creep Show 1 would be A. I think S tier is probably appropriate. I think you're right.
I love Creep Show 2, bro. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Me personally, I actually think you're right. You know, fuck it, dude. No, I'll put Creep Show as an A.
I'm just looking at it compared to the other things that are up there.
Creep Show 2 is the S tier. Chief Woodenhead, the S tier, right? Yeah. Fuck.
The Raft.
Man. Yeah, the Raft. What do you think, Jerry? You more of a fan of 1 or 2?
I think we watched 2 together. I don't remember 1.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Bro is like the guy who has to have the cake and the guy that gets buried in the fucking sand and shit.
I'm trying to rack my head
Nielsen,
around it. Leslie Nielsen it's like I remember that. I just don't remember the whole thing. I remember watching 2 with you at Piscini's.
Let's go to another anthology film, a pretty notorious one, Twilight Zone the movie. I'm a big fan of the Twilight Zone series, but I was not a huge fan of the movie.
I've watched it once and it never stuck with me, man.
Is Aykroyd in that movie? Is that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, is it? Yeah. Where he's like, you want to see something really scary?
Oh,
yeah. My uncle said that to me.
Oh my God, D tier.
Yeah, with the pool table the same day.
Kids were. Remember the kids were killed by the helicopter, and the Hammer from fucking what's it called was also killed in that accident, right?
Oh, dude.
Vic Morrow, right? Vic Morrow was killed in that accident too. But yeah, Twilight Zone. I'm more of a Tales from the Dark Side guy, I guess, when it comes to the movie. But the series itself, Twilight Zone's fucking S tier. They just couldn't recapture it with the modern film, the modern take. You know, what are you gonna do? Grizz, are you a fan of The Fog?
Another Jamie Lee Curtis, John. I mean,
that's Adrienne Barbeau is
that?
Yeah, that's not. She's not.
What is she in? Isn't she in one of those movies? Is that the fucking?
She's in Halloween.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought she was in. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Anyways,
Fog is the pirate ghost, and Adrienne Barbeau is the radio host.
Nah, man, obviously not if I don't remember it that fucking much.
I like this one. I like the idea of it. It's a very 80s horror film to me. I would put it, when it comes to John Carpenter shit, I would say this is a B tier film. It's good. It's not something I'm going to put on anytime that, like, on my own, volition, but I will watch it if it's on somewhere. I won't turn it off. I like the pirate ghost shit.
I was in a band that wrote a song about it, too, and I don't even fucking...
You were?
Yeah, dude. I'll send you the link to the fucking song.
Yeah, I need to hear that.
the connection to The Mist, right?
No, this is different. This is different.
That's the fucking one I was thinking of.
But it is similar.
Like, what?
It is similar that there's like a fog with something in it. So in this one, it's pirate ghosts.
It's me eating Taco Bell. It's a fog. I like some candles.
Speaking of ghosts, I guess Evil Speak. Jerry, have you ever seen Evil Speak?
No. It sounds familiar.
Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard.
Either,
no? Okay, yeah. Clint Howard plays a picked on, bullied cadet in a military academy who uses a fucking Apple II computer to basically translate a demonic text, which starts to then possess him and be unleashed. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's like so ahead of its time.
Dude, the fucking computer starts... Dude, the computer starts freaking out and it starts showing all these pentagrams and everything, forces a dude's head to fucking turn like, dude, it's sick. Evil Speak is an S tier film. I swear.
Wow.
I swear.
That's bold as fuck, dude. I'm gonna take your word for it, dude.
You will fucking love it, dude.
All right.
They're at a Catholic military academy and they're all like all the bullies.
I love Clint Howard,
dude, a person is fucking eaten alive by fucking wild hogs. They're in like
baby. You know I like that.
Dude, they're in a Catholic military academy and like they're all fucking, they're in like the church and all of a sudden the statue starts bleeding from the eyes and everything and like, it's sick. It's really, really good. Evil Speak is an S tier film. I swear it's the best fucking Clint Howard movie out of all his things. And he's like only maybe he's in his late teens, early 20s.
He's gotta be young too.
He's
dude,
very, very young. It's It's awesome. Another awesome movie that kind of reminds me of it because of like the weird techno things in it and all that shit. Videodrome. This is also, I would say, this is to me probably my favorite body horror film of all time.
I was going to say, you love this movie, right?
Yeah, I think this one is awesome.
I like this movie. I don't love Videodrome. I think it could be a little video droning at times.
Ah, man.
I understand the absolute admiration people have for it, though. I think this one just dips a little too much into science fiction for me.
Yeah, you're not a huge fan. It's not really that much of a horror film when you think about it.
That's what I'm saying. I think it just doesn't hit
the murder aspect and all that, and the torture aspect. Yeah, but like it's really kind of a crime film. Long live the new flesh.
I understand that it's an S tier movie, though. I do understand that.
Yeah, so. This is definitely.
I'm not naive to the fact that where it belongs.
You know, I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of so far where we are here. We only have a few left, but I think we've actually done a good job of like disassociating, the hype from how we feel about these movies. Not everything can be an S tier, and I feel like the ones that are up there are legitimately S tier films.
Appropriate so far.
A movie that I enjoy, but I would say this might be a C tier film, and that's Basket Case. That's another movie from like that grimy New York era. Not my favorite of his movies of the Hen and Ladder movies. Probably maybe my least favorite of the Hen and Ladder movies.
I prefer Brain Damage over this one, to be honest.
I like Brain Damage. I like Frankenhooker. I would put this as
great. Yeah.
I would put this as a C tier. It's not bad. Yeah. It's not a D tier. Yeah. I would just say compared to everything else, I'm putting this at the C. Right? Yeah.
It's not epic in any real way. You know?
I know for a fact that we watch this together at Pacini's, but this is something I see online all the time, and I'm like, I remember watching this. I don't think I'd watch this again. I don't give a shit.
What was his name? Belial or whatever? Right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Another movie that I would say in this ranking, in this situation, Boarding House, C tier, unfortunately, when it comes to when it comes to The Fog, Christine, House by the Cemetery, Madman, Friday the 13th Part 2, Motel Hell. I love Boarding House, but I
think C is rough, dude. I think I just because of like what Boarding House started, like it represents the beginning of something so important in movie making, and like
but like, dude, you think like you're gonna tell people to watch Boarding House?
I have rarely told people to watch Boarding House.
That's what I'm saying.
In that aspect, I guess we can go see that. That does
all these movies
strong
are
argument
good.
For it.
All these movies are good. It's just how are they compared to each other? And I feel like realistically, Boarding House has to be a C. It's just that's just the way it is. Unfortunately,
I've never heard of it, but just looking at it right now, it's the first shot on tape horror movie, right? Is that correct?
It's one of the
I'm reading.
It's that whole debated thing, but it's one of those movies where it was shot on video and then they transferred it to film and then they released it in theaters and all that stuff. Okay. Like one of those types of deals. A movie that I think maybe I'm curious to see how the three of us. I'm not going to say my opinion yet. I want to know the two of yours first. Poltergeist. Where do you guys stand with Poltergeist?
I mean, again, that's like The Shining, where it's like a classic movie. I feel like it gets,
Well, where does it feel? Where do you put it? Are you going to put Poltergeist on?
If it's on, I don't know. If I haven't seen it in a while, maybe I'll sit and get through it. I really like I don't know. You hear the fucking voices of the TV. I think the lore of the movie to me is more appealing than the movie itself.
Sure.
All the shit. All the shit that went on.
The native bodies underneath and all that shit.
Yeah, I think that's fucking crazier than the movie. I would say C.
I agree with you, man. I think it's a C movie. I don't think it. I think that it has a bigger fan base than I think is justified, especially with myself growing up next to the family that this was involved with.
Really?
It's pretty crazy, dude. They were just Mennonites that my dad told me were the fucking poltergeist people. But yeah, like I don't really get the hype. I think that a lot of the hype, like you said, comes from the aftermath of the movie and what they, all that shit. So
yeah.
But back in the day, like you didn't have access to internet to know those things. Sure. I feel like at that time, at that time, if I saw that in a theater, I'd be like, "Holy shit!" Like, I don't know. Beard, what do you think?
I agree. It's one of those movies where as I get older, I like it a little bit more. But it's still not something I'm just going to put on.
It's less not something. I'm the exact opposite. The older I get, the less I enjoy it.
I think the older I get and the more people around us are having children, I feel like if I was to have a kid and she got sucked into the TV, I'd be like, dude, keep it. I'm good.
Finally, bro.
It's like hitting the restart button.
I didn't have to leave her at the mall. Like, I'm not on the hook for this one.
So let's move down the Tobe Hooper train. The Funhouse. S tier film to me. I love this one. I know other people don't.
We can't compare it to the other things in the S tier.
I would put I would say this can't go lower than A, man. It can't. This is a classic.
It is a classic. We'll go A. I feel like I'm being charitable with A, but I think
this is a movie that was always on late night fucking cable. It was something relatable to all of us.
I'm looking at the B tier and I'm looking at the A tier, and would I rather watch Funhouse than the things in the B tier? Yes, I would rather watch that than what's in the B tier. So I think A is probably a good spot for it.
There we go. See? Now here's one that I'm pretty sure
it's wild though, dude. Holy shit! Like that, you just went for it with that.
Fuck you guys. Drop Funhouse down. No way. Get out of here.
Effort gets it, bro.
Get out of here. What are you guys fan of Alligator? Giant monster? No, not a fan.
I hate that movie.
Jerry,
that's a D.
No, I don't even think I've seen Alligator. Maybe we watch it, but I don't think so.
All right. We'll move on from that.
What'd you think of that one though?
I would say that's like a C tier movie. I like the giant monster things, and there's a couple funny scenes in it, but the whole thing of this giant fucking alligator attacking the city and all that.
Is it as good as Jaws 3D?
No, fuck no, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how we're looking at it. Now we have a few strong ones to end here. We have 5 more. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. Jerry, are you familiar with that one? Have you ever seen that? No. Grizz and I feel like this is one of the best fall movies that you can watch, right?
Agreed.
Not gory.
Probably an A tier.
Yeah, I would say A tier. compared to all this other stuff. Not a scary movie.
Best Scarecrow movie I think you can watch.
I kind of like Scarecrows. I like that movie.
How many fucking Scarecrow movies?
Are you fucking
The best
kidding me?
of 2 Scarecrow movies.
There's like 7 or 8, bro.
Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, Night of the Scarecrow, Scarecrow, Psycho Scarecrow. Dude, it keeps going, bro. I do think it's
Creepers is a Scarecrow, right?
Technically, I mean, he's hung up there like a scarecrow, but I think that's the second one, right? No, the first one. Which one is the one where no, the second one is where they steal the kid, right? Yeah. And then he comes back and hunts him. That's the second one.
The school bus and shit.
Yeah. Christmas Evil will continue down the holiday route. S tier for sure.
This is
I didn't see this one.
Best Christmas horror movie of all time, in my personal opinion.
Really?
Yeah, dude, this is similar to Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, where it's not a scary movie, it's not a gory movie, but it's just the atmosphere, the overall mood. It portrays the time that it's trying to portray very well, like the holiday season in the early 80s in the Northeast. Jerry, this takes place in fucking like New York and New Jersey, like Montclair, New Jersey is where the ending takes place. So it's close.
Shit.
It's just a perfect descent into madness. It's really an amazing portrayal of someone losing their fucking mind on Christmas. So,
but isn't that the plot of Silent Night, Deadly Night? Isn't that the same thing?
A little bit different. It's different. It's
different motives, different. Yeah, this is a little different. This is an amazing watch. You should definitely buckle up for that one next year.
Yeah. Let's head over to the other holiday film that we have left, My Bloody Valentine. I would say this one is a B-level movie. I said this is on
B.
Yeah, I remember this one. This is a B.
This is on par with Motel Hell and everything, but I would probably watch the remake with the guy from Supernatural before I watch the original.
I would too. I did like the remake way more than I liked the original. The original it's just repetitive to me. You know,
it's good. It's a little bit slower. The remake is from that time period where they started juicing up all those old franchises, so it had
more. It
had something with it. 3D. That it was in 3D, and I saw it in 3D, so that was sick.
Yes.
But yeah, I think B is good for that one. American Werewolf in London. To me, dude, I'm going to say this for me personally, like a C movie compared to all these other ones. I'm not going to watch it before I watch Madman and all that shit. I would probably watch it about the same amount of times I would watch Jaws 3D. I would actually watch Jaws 3D more than American Werewolf.
We're going to have to go B with this one for me.
I think I'm B with Grizz. Some of this stuff is ingrained in my mind. Like I had
that werewolf transformation.
Fever dream of that werewolf.
Yeah, I guess like the last 5 minutes makes the whole thing. And like when the Nazi zombie guys come and blow the family away, like that's another.
It's like if I look at it, like I compare that to like other werewolf movies and stuff like that, and there's not many other ones like The Howling. I fucking do not like.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of The Howling.
Silver Bullet I enjoy because fucking
I love it, dude. I saw somebody on the road driving or riding something similar to the Silver Bullet, gas-powered trike wheelchair.
Wheelchair? No fucking
to God,
shit, dude.
Had the fucking flag on it and everything.
The flag? Oh, man.
You're in PA, bro, so...
Yeah, you see a lot of shit around here.
That's not a rare occurrence there.
So we got one more to cap it off, and that's another crazy fucking movie that I love, and that's Scanners.
Scanners gets the S. S for Scanners, baby.
S tier film, wild idea, wild fucking execution. A movie that's sick to see in theaters. Yeah, and the score is fucking awesome. Jerry, have you ever seen this?
Yes.
This is what it's all about, man. That's my O face right there. My eyes roll back like that. It's crazy. Shit lights on fire automatically. Which is dude.
Yeah, dude. Scanners is an S tier film. Fucking awesome. Definitely one of the best of that time period. Definitely weird as shit. And skirts the line of sci-fi, but not close enough for Grizz to hate it, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
Those Cronenberg movies are They always wild. Do
that. Yeah, and like that one is enough to be like, wow, this is pretty fucking intense without being like, wow, this is really nerdy at the same time.
Yeah,
there you go,
they
man.
walk that line, and then you're just kind of like, what the fuck am I watching? And it's always like a Cronenberg movie.
So that's it. That's our last film. What a chunk of fucking movies. Surprisingly, not everything is S tier. Quite a list.
Pretty fair, dude.
Yeah, I would say this is like, I guess, like not even a recommendation list, but like a urgency of watching it list, right?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, what you should watch first.
Everything is worth watching, but the stuff in the S tier is definitely the classic shit, at least to us.
Yeah,
right.
And I definitely see where there's gonna be some issues with people, dude, and I cannot fucking wait to hear it. I welcome the arguments, man, especially for the original Friday the 13th. I think that's our biggest.
It's funny because I don't know anybody that like puts that on the pedestal. I feel like I could see people getting pissed about it.
Jerry, I didn't think people put fucking New Nightmare
I mean,
on a pedestal.
Man, here
we are.
They fucking do.
People fucking love some weird shit when it comes to these like we were talking before we jump off of this, like, you guys love some of these earlier ones. I think part 6 and 7 are like my favorite Jason movies, only because it like takes such a fucking left turn.
It's so weird.
They're established at that point, but like people love parts of these franchises that they grew up with. I saw that movie in high school and I thought it was fake. I didn't know that was a real movie. And then I rewatched it and I was like, this is the worst Freddy movie. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. I think this is a solid list.
I think so too. And can we expect you back next month to
Yes. We got to do the rest of the next 3 years.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
After 83, it's just all sequel after sequel after sequel, and it's probably going to be like a 2-hour fucking video. Right?
Maybe we'll start
pushing them. So
dude, maybe 84, 85, 86 we'll start at 9 and we'll do extra log for that one.
Yeah, because we might have to push it for the
there's a lot, I feel like, in that middle of the 80s that is just,
you can't miss anything good either. We got to make sure we cover the bangers. So
I agree. But Jerry, where could they find you on the internet?
Don't bother. I owe money to the IRS. Now you can find me youtube.com/Jerry Meehan Jr. I make cartoons. I'm sure all you same people heard the same shit last month. Come hang out. Sometimes I like to get nude and cover myself in honey, and I'll lay on the roof.
All right, Grizz, where can they find you on the internet?
The bug bites last time was crazy.
It was awful.
I don't recommend it again. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Kane_enabler.
And you can find everything we do at www.badtastevideo.com. We stream live every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@badtastevideopodcast. We release it live. We release it in podcast form every Thursday morning, but you can go back and watch the previous episodes on our YouTube channel at any time. So subscribe to that. Leave us a comment. Let us know, what movies did you miss? What do you want to see in our next episode where we do, the next tier list episode where we cover 84, 85, 86. Give us some suggestions, some shit you want us to talk about, because there's a ton of stuff in that time period that we're going to have to cram into. Maybe we'll do 2 hours for that one because...
So, let me ask you, we're going to do the 80s, right? Mm-hmm. Are we going to do this again and work backwards to the 70s, or are we going to skip to the 2000s and then...
I would like to do the last 3 years of the 70s, like 77, 78, 79. I feel like that's where it switches.
We could probably just cover 75 to 79 because there's not going to be as much that we could fucking fit in there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. That'll be down the line. That'll be a couple months from now. We'll cover that one, and maybe just in time for Halloween we can do the 2000s.
I think that's the perfect time period.
I'm getting pumped, man. There's so much. Yeah. There's so much.
Hell early 2000s for Halloween would be a fun time to do that. Yeah. So I'm into that idea.
Spread it out, baby. Spread those legs.
There we go. Spread those cheeks, Jerry.
Sloppy Taco Tuesday.
I knew it was coming back.
There it is. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank the chat for hanging out. I want to thank everybody for listening and watching. And we will see you next time. And thank you again, Jerry. Thank you again, Grizz. And goodbye, everybody, I guess, right? I don't know.
Goodbye.
Yeah, see you next week. Goodbye.